Zipgrade is a very easy to use application. Simply open up the app and it'll take you directly to your quizzes. The first thing you want to do is create a new quiz. That's right here with the new option. You need to name your quiz. To change the name that's automatically given, you simply click in the box, delete the name, and name it whatever you would like. I'm going to name mine Test. Then you need to choose how big of an answer sheet you are using. I'm using a 50 question. You can change the date if you would like. You can also tag your classes. I'm going to tag 4th hour because I'm using a 4th hour student to demonstrate. When you are done, simply click return and create quiz. Once you've created your quiz, you need to enter in your key. That's this option, edit key. The easiest way to enter your key in is to scan it in. That's this button right here. When you scan it in, it's asking you to align these 4 squares with 4 squares on your answer key. Here is my answer key. I label it key. There's my correct answers. These 4 squares are the ones that need to line up with those boxes. So I'm going to hover it over and start moving it up until they line up. When they line up, it'll buzz. It'll also show your scanned in key. If it looks good, you click save. Now it asks you how many points you would like each question to be worth. I am going to leave that at 1, so I'm going to click continue. As you can see now, my answer key is now scanned in. To now scan students, I'm going to go back. Now we are ready to scan in student papers. It's done exactly the way we scanned in the key, but it's this option right here, scan papers. It's again asking you to align the corners. Here is my student answer sheet that I just made up. I chose one of my students, Evie from 4th hour. This right here is the 5-digit code that I assigned to her from Zipgrade. This code is important, and if the students use it on every test, it tracks their test scores and attaches it to their name in the computer system. So then they simply write the 5-digit code there and bubble the numbers below it. All you have to do is, again, simply start down, move up. As soon as it lines up and pops up a grade, you are done. So as you can see, Evie got a 6 out of 10 or a 60%. Now, I would like to see what Evie got right and wrong. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. That's where we review papers. I'm going to click review papers, and it brings up Evie's name. If I click on Evie's test, what you can see is it shows her scanned in test. It shows red bubbles for the incorrect answers, green bubbles for the correct ones, and over here on the side, there's even X's for wrongs and C's for correct. And so you can do this for every single student. Now, the other nice thing, especially once you've scanned an entire class, you can look at item analysis. It'll break down every question for you. That's this option. What it'll show you is each question number, what was the average on that question number, and the answer that was correct, and the point value. If you would like additional details, simply click on one of the questions. It'll show you what answers were chosen by your students and how many points each one was worth and what % of your students chose those answers. So that's a nice way of seeing, well, what was the common wrong answer so that I can address those issues. That is all of the important stuff about quizzes. And so every time you need to enter a new quiz, you simply go back to new.